Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Sami Sampi, and today we're going to review episode 12 of Ready to Love, which is also the final episode before the reunion. I'm so excited to be done, so let's get right into it right away. On the first scene, we see the singles, they're all coming to brunch. They were invited by Tommy for a final brunch, so they're all meeting together and they're all saying that they hope that everything is going to go well, because the last time that both women and gentlemen were meeting during a brunch, things got heated with almost everybody. Carmen was talking S and Donovan got mad, so everybody hopes that everything is going to go well. We see the different couple talking to each other. Joyce talking to Clifton, the Kia is talking to Pio. They are having a good time. Donovan is telling us that he's very happy with his choice in Carmen and that he hopes that everything is going to go well. Same with Carmen, but she is mentioning that Sabrina mentioned some good points. I'm like, oh yeah, so now you want to see that Sabrina mentioned some good points whenever she was talking. You didn't see that before. Okay, Carmen. Then Tommy comes in and is letting them know Sabrina and Dimitris are not part of the game anymore. They disqualified themselves, and that for the final part of the show, the gentlemen are going to have to meet the families of the ladies. So the gentlemen are like a little shocked, everybody's like, yeah, but it has to be next. We see Carmen. Carmen is meeting with her parents. She chose Donovan, of course, he's the only one left, and they're going to meet with a dad who is an ex-military and a mom who is a preacher. And I'm like, ooh, how come Carmen is this way? Like, her parents are strict. I'm like, I guess some people, they be strict, then their kids just be looking like them. And her dad is a character, y'all. And Donovan comes in, he has flowers for the mom, and he's saying hi to the dad, and he sits down with the dad, and the dad is asking him questions, asking him if he has children, if he's been married before, or his children with different ladies, and he's asking why did he get a divorce, and Donovan admitted to cheating in the past, and the dad is like, really? So if you cheat on my daughter, what tells me you're not going to cheat on my daughter? And then Donovan wanted to act tough, but then the dad was like, and then the mom, all of that time, she was observing. She didn't ask many questions, but the only question that she asked him is, do you have faith? And he said that he's Catholic. She was like, no, I'm not asking you if you're religious or anything. I just want to know if you have a relationship with God, which I thought was a very good question. And Donovan said that he does believe in God, and she was satisfied with his answer. Personally, Donovan does not look like he is like the most pious person, but hey, I mean, I don't know, he may really be believing in God and have a relationship with God, but I don't, his answer was a little shaky, but let's just say that maybe it was the editing. Let me all know in the comment what you thought, but the mom seems to be very happy with his answer. And then the dad is being really tough and everything, and then at some point he's playing with him and he wants to like shake his hand, then he's like no, and I'm like, oh, that dad, he don't play, he playful and everything. But yeah, it went well. I want to say that both the Carmen looks like both her parents. I feel like she has like a mixing of a dad and a mom. I see a mom in her, but she has like the skin color of a dad. Her parents look really good. So yeah, it was nice to see a grown woman like that with her parents. They're still married. That was nice. Next scene, we have Joy and Clifton. Joy wants to introduce her sister to Clifton, and as soon as we see Joy's sister, they look alike. Her sister is really pretty. She has that shaved head, but it fits her really well. And I don't know why, but I really liked the vibe of her sister. I don't know, there's something about her. I don't know why I liked her, and I don't even know her. And then Clifton is dressed like in that punk rock situationship, and I'm like, that's how you're meeting to meet the family? I mean, granted, that's the sister, but what an attire! I'm gonna post a picture for you all to see. And yeah, so he comes in and he says hi to the sister, and they really hit it off well. The sister really likes him, she's impressed, she compliments him, she tells him how handsome he is, and they really hit it off well. And then the sister, she asked him questions, mostly about the distance and how he's planning to deal with it, because Joy is about to leave. She's going back to Mexico in a week. So as soon as the show is done taping, she's leaving. And Clifton is being honest. He said that it's going to be hard, but he wants to make the relationship work. And for him, he wants to see togetherness. And when the sister asked what is togetherness to him, Clifton just sit down next to her. And I'm like, why those people like to play game like that? You didn't answer the question. You just stayed next to her. That means nothing. But hey, the sister was happy with it. She really liked him. She complimented him on his voice. And then, he left. And the sister tells Joy that, the only thing she's really worried about really is the distance. And a part of me is like, yeah, but Mexico ain't that far. Like, y'all can make it work. You can get like a Southwest flight and, be back and forth and until you figure out a way. I don't know. Let me all know what you think in the comment. Like, it's not that bad. I guess maybe because I'm in Texas, I'm thinking that, but it's not that far. You can make it work. Next, we have Dakia and Paul. Paul is going to be introduced to Dakia's mom and Dakia's brother. Dakia's mom is beautiful. They look the same. They look like they're like sisters. Like they have like 10-year difference between the two of them. And her younger brother is there. And he introduced them himself. He asked them questions. Dakia is making it clear to them that Paul and her are not an item yet. They just started dating. The process has been gruesome for her. And this is a late connection. So she wants them to know that. And that she's still trying to figure out if he's the one for her. But the way she's talking, we can feel that Dakia is not really feeling Paul like that. Then, when Paul comes in, he's giving compliments to the mom. And, as usual, compliments to Dakia. And they ask him questions. We learn that Paul has twins daughter that are 27 years old. They ask if he wants more children. He said not really. The mom says she wants to be a grandmother. And then Paul asked them if Dakia has ever been in a situation with a man where she knew wasn't a good situation but stayed. And they both like, nope, that is not my daughter. And man, I love that. I have a lot of respect for Dakia, because she doesn't sell herself short. She's beautiful, she's well-spoken, she's eloquent. During this entire season, she's consistently been classy. She's the whole package. And any man would be lucky to call a woman like this their woman. I don't know how she is, in the personal, like when they're in the home and everything, but from what she's showing us, that lady has been very consistent, and I have a lot of respect for women like that. And at the end of the day, I really wish her the best and to meet the type of man that she deserves to be with. I really do. So yeah, so they have a good time, they talk, and then Pio left, and then she has the discussion with her brother and her mom, and the conclusion is that she's not really feeling Paul like that. Everything is being rushed. And I'm glad that she's being honest about it. Seeing we have Joy and Clifton, they're meeting together. Joy is worried. She's about to leave, so she's trying to have as many dates as possible with her man them. And, she wants them to clear the air and really try to see if they're planning on working that relationship out once she's going to be back in Mexico. And once again, Clifton is telling her, this is not an easy situationship, but we're going to make it work. This is basically what I got out of it. Let me all know if y'all got something else out of it. I do feel that yes, the distance is a problem, but they do want to be with each other. They do, so they're gonna make it work, and hopefully over time, if it's meant to work, it will work, and if it's not gonna mean to work, it's not gonna work. And Joy is emotional, and I understand her because she really, really likes Clifton. I think that her emotion is like a mix of, I love that man, he really touched my heart, and I am in fear that the distance is going to separate us, But at the same time, I just got to meet him, and this is my career, She's a singer. She may have a contract over there. Being a singer is not easy, So being able to like make a living out of your passion, it's complicated. It's not something that you can just say, oh, I'm not going to do it, or I'm going to go to DC and do that. I don't think it's the same situation. She probably lives in a hotel. She probably doesn't even pay rent. Like, I don't know the intricacy of her life, but I do understand that she's probably both excited and a little bit of fear, because now that she found someone that she thinks that she can spend the rest of her life with, she the distance might be a problem. But I wish them luck. I do. I really do. I'm rooting for them. And if they're really serious about each other, they're going to find a way to make it work. Next, we see Tommy. Tommy is giving us a recap of the show, of everything that we've gone through, all the shenanigans that's been going through. And then we see the gentleman coming to the ladies with flowers. Donovan and Carmen. Donovan makes his speech and asks Carmen if she's ready to love, and Carmen is saying that yes, she's ready to love, and then she's saying like she's feeling like she's a married woman or something. And I'm like, okay, Carmen. Then they be kissing, putting all the tongues and stuff and enjoying it. Then we have Pio and Dakia. Dakia is looking beautiful in a little red dress, and Pio is making all that speech to now tell her that he'd rather focus on himself. And I'm like, Pio, why did you do that? What if you knew you weren't gonna ask her, why did you do that? So this is how I felt about it. I didn't like the way they went about it, because the truth of the matter is that Pio knew that Kia didn't choose him, and because he didn't want to ask her for her to say no, he chose to go there with flower on hands, looking dumb as hell, and to tell her that he'd rather focus on him. I'm like, you should have just stayed home. Just for a scene. Someone paid him to make her feel that way. Thankfully, Dakia has been very clear that she's not feeling you like that. It's too early, and that it is what it is. But then, why go through all that scene? Like, even us, the audience, y'all are doing this for the audience, right? I didn't need that scene. I didn't. I felt like if I didn't see you coming in to ask her for anything, that means that wasn't going to happen. This show has been such a roller coaster ride, but not in a good way. We knew already, so what's the point on putting a scene together just to say that a scene is being put when we know you're being fake? That was unnecessary. Let me all know what you think in the comment. And lastly, we have Joy and Clifton. I like the coat on Clifton. It's way better than the outfit he was wearing during the date with the sister. And he's making his speech, and they agree that they're ready to love, and they're all happy, merry, and looking beautiful. Good luck to Clifton and Joy. I am rooting for you, because at the end of the day, you are the only couple that have been consistent throughout this season, and I give it to you all. That's it, y'all. This was my review of Ready to Love. This episode we could have gone without. It was dramaless. I mean, not even dramaless, but I just didn't care. I really honestly didn't care. I'm looking forward to the reunion, because I know that they're all coming there to fight. But this season, honestly, so far has been a roller coaster ride. I feel that Tommy needs to have those people sign a contract where they cannot eliminate themselves no more, because it's really messing up with the show. Honestly, I feel like if there is that type of contract coming up, at least we will be able to enjoy the show a little bit better, and people will be themselves more, rather than self-eliminating to the point where and nothing to see. Like, honestly, I think this season was a flop. It was a good experience for me to review it. Am I going to review next season? I don't know, but right now I'm thinking no, because this season honestly was kind of annoying. It seemed very fake, and I know some of those shows are fake a little bit, but like, make it true a little bit, find a way. Yeah, let me all know what you think in the comments, guys. For those of you that are new, I invite you to, and for those of you that are not new and that have been watching my videos, I'm so thankful from the bottom of my heart. And I will see you all next week for my review of the reunion episode. Bye.